And how are you guys doing today?
We're doing great.
Okay.
Really good. Happy to be back in Chicago.
Can you introduce yourself and tell me what you do in the band?
Jeremy Sawsville, guitars and backing vocals.
I'm Nathan Honor. I'm the drummer.
Erica Stoltz, bass and vocals.
Okay, so what were the beginnings of Sanhedrin? Who wants to start?
For me,
Yeah.
it was meeting this guy at work and realizing that he was a really good drummer, and we would both work as stage technicians, so we would do sound checks and he would be on the drums, I'd have a microphone, and it would just be, "Why are you here, Nate? You should go play drums." And then about 5 years later he asked me to play with him, so there we are.
Yeah. Me and Jeremy had played in a band a long time ago, and we always knew that like we wanted to do something else, and we were kind of in the works, and when that was happening and we were trying to figure out what kind of we had all kinds of crazy ideas. Like we had a keyboardist at one point playing Hammond organ, and then finally we were just like, hey, how about Erica? She's an amazing singer and a rad bass player, and maybe we can do something with her. And then the three of us just got together and it worked out.
That's it. Basically, yeah. After Erica rehearsed with us once or twice, we wrote our first song, "Riding on the Dawn," pretty quickly. We wrote a couple other songs, and went from a project to this could maybe be a band. And then we wrote 7 or 8 more songs, recorded them, put them out ourselves, and then the magic of the internet community, searching out new music, managed to come across us in places that we hadn't even reached out to, and one thing at a time, we keep just building and building from that. That was we started in like 2014, so we've been 9 years going now.
Well, we didn't release anything until
17. Well, we did a demo in 2015, and first record, demo 2015, and first record 2017.
Erica, what was your musical experience before this band?
I've been in a lot of bands. I have been in touring situations before, so I've always played music. I've been in bands my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The last touring band I was in was probably 15 years before we started this.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a different level of intention with this band. You know, like we definitely knew that we wanted to take it to the streets.
So you've been together 9 years.
Yeah.
How is everybody getting along?
Fairly well. Yeah, I think we're friends.
We love each other.
You sound so convinced.
No, we're friends.
Yeah,
we're really good friends.
When we started, like, Nate was kind of the tie that binds. Like, Nate and I were very close. Nate was close to Erica. Erica and I did not really know each other very well initially. But over the years, all the things we've experienced together, all the gratitude we have for what this music has done for us personally, and what we get to experience together, we've gotten very close over the years.
Yeah, and we all have our own quirks and our own, superpowers and weaknesses and stuff like that. So we all just kind of work together, and we've been able to figure everything out so far, and it's been a wild ride.
The name Sanhedrin, what is that? What does it mean?
It means assembly or council in Hebrew, and it was the name given to a rabbinical court that ultimately gave Jesus to the Romans.
Mm-hmm.
So we figured, hey,
Yeah, I mean,
in the spirit of, fucking Jesus, why don't we just call our band Sanhedrin?
Yeah, the other thing is, so the Sanhedrin is like the High Council or the Council of Elders or whatever, and we all come from pretty diverse heavy metal backgrounds, so we always kind of came together and we're like, okay, we all come from different places, but we're all into the same thing. So we're like the, without being too lame, the High Council of heavy metal.
I mean,
dig that, everybody.
Take that, Metallica.
He's a legend in his own mind. But yeah, I think the name reflects our process. We're very much not much happens without the three of us agreeing together 100% and being unified before we present it to the rest of the world, whether that be where we're staying at a hotel tonight, all the way to, you know, what the cover art of the record looks like, you know, how the songs are finished, and so on.
Sounds good. How would you describe your music?
I think we're pretty good.
Good. Yeah, I
Freedom
think
rock.
Yeah.
we're riding the razor's edge between hard rock and heavy metal. I think.
Yeah, I mean, we are modern heavy metal steeped in traditional foundations.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty simple, rock and roll. Three people up there sweating. We're probably a little more street than fantasy compared to maybe some more heavy metal bands that we find ourselves, you know, befriending and spending time with on the road.
Meaning like fantasy metal or what?
Well, just like lyrically, our stuff's a bit lyrically, and
Yeah.
we're a bit. We don't have a particularly theatrical show or anything like that. Our lyrics are pretty personal, more so than they are, you know, fantastical. Although we do use those as tools from time to time.
Last year, you released the album Lights On. How did that album do?
It exceeded our wildest expectations. I mean, as Jeremy mentioned earlier, we self-released our first record. So at the time, we didn't really have any expectations of it. We're just like, fuck it. We're going to print 300 vinyl records and a bunch of CDs and see what happens. And that exceeded our expectations massively. And since then, we worked with Cruz del Sur Music. They re-released our first record and did our second record, The Poisoner. And Enrico, you know, really kind of brought us onto the world stage and helped us, you know, get out there. But Metal Blade is a machine, you know, and working with Metal Blade was really incredible. You know, it really kind of showed us what we needed to do, where we were lacking, and you know, where we could improve, and it was a really incredible experience to do that. You know, also, I mean, from a recording perspective, we really wanted to put our best feet forward. You know, we wanted to kind of dig down on what it was that we do, and we were really deliberate with our songwriting and with our intentions.
Yeah, the interesting thing about being a band now, whereas when we first started, is that was our third record. We had a pretty good idea of what we are now. And now, while also being influenced by outside music and outside art, we're starting to be influenced by our own past to try to figure out what about us makes us, you know, special, while also trying to pull new elements into what it is we are to broaden it. And I feel like Lights On, we did a job that we're all proud of doing that.
What they said.
All right, so you all had Lights Out, you had Lights On. Any connections there?
Yes. So I'll just put Lights On the Dark Secret. So Lights On was a working title of a song before it had lyrics, because it reminded me at times of UFO in moments. There was some guitar stuff going on where I was like, it's kind of got a Lights Out vibe, so let's just call it Lights On, ha ha ha. And then as we're working on the song, Erica took the words Lights On and actually used it as the theme for the lyrics. And then from a broader scope from there, we used it as a theme for the cover art, and it kind of took on a different meaning. It started as a joke, but then actually became something with a message and like a purpose, which is interesting.
What he said.
How do you guys go about promoting your records?
Well,
Touring helps.
touring is probably the best way to do that, absolutely. And then the fabulous internet. Yeah, so we want to get out and tour as much as possible so that we can promote.
Yeah, our any success we've had to date can be accredited to the word of mouth of people who have heard us or seen us and have kindly spread the word about what they like about us. You know, like I said, where, like he said, we went from a self-released record in 2017, and then through no control or effort of our own, people in Europe were finding out about it. We started getting orders from all over the world, and we're like, what the hell's going on here? But somebody heard it, they told friends, and at this point, yeah, touring is the way. If you want to experience Sanhedrin in the fullest way you can without being in our rehearsal and songwriting processes, which I don't recommend, coming to see us live is the way that we turn as many people on as we can.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 3-step thing. 1, murder on stage. 2, be good people, and be good to other people. And then 3, work with good people. And we've been really lucky to have kind of worked through all of that.
At this point, are you able to survive from the band, or you still have day jobs in order to make it happen? How does that work? How does your rock and roll
That's a
dream work?
funny question.
That's a realistic question.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we all work, definitely. And I think that most people who are in touring underground music have to work, unless they're independently wealthy or live in a rural area, which Jeremy actually does. But yeah, it's not a cash cow, but it's a hell of a lot of fun.
It is. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
We're not in it for the money.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be nice, and we can hope and dream and whatever, but we do this because we love this. And unfortunately, New York City being one of the most expensive markets in the world, it don't pay the bills.
Yeah.
It pays for itself, which in and of itself is success.
Yeah.
It's a victory as far as we're concerned.
Anything above that might happen once in a great while, let's party. But overall, what we really hope to do is just have a model where it just sustains itself, and none of us have to go out of pocket to do these things, like go on tour and get to the people. And also, it affords us the ability to travel and meet new people, and make great friends with bands all over the world and fans all over. It's been amazing.
When somebody decides to see you live, what should they expect?
They should expect to get their head cut off. They should expect what they're used to. I mean, we have made a point to, when we record, make sure it's something that we can reproduce live, and we practice. We all work on our craft and make sure that we can perform our songs to the best potential.
We like to put forth as much power. We want people to know just how much passion we put into this by watching us perform it on stage in front of them.
That's well said.
Yeah. What would you say your songs are about?
Oh, a variety of things. I think it's like probably a third, just a broad strokes, a third autobiographical, a third about the world around me, and a third about like just rock and roll stuff.
Any new material being written?
Oh yeah. In fact, prior to us getting in the van here, Erica and I were working together for a few days, working on some lyrics over some songs we have. We have about 6 songs in very, not complete, but close to complete stages structurally. And, we've been averaging a record every 2 to 3 years, and this record should be no exception in terms of when people can expect some new stuff. We're always writing, even if we're busy touring, if we're busy away from each other, we're always sending each other music ideas, because this is what we do.
Yep.
It's true.
Finally, future goals.
I think I would like to keep being able to travel through music. And the more travel, the better. I love to travel, so that's my goal, definitely.
Yeah.
Reach a broader audience and travel.
Yeah, I think we have this thing where the people that fall for our band and understand what we're doing become very loyal. And so the fans we have, we don't have the biggest fan base in the world, but the ones who like us love us, and that's great. And we're just trying to branch out and get to more people to give them a chance to experience us and decide for themselves what they want to do. And then musically, we're just going to keep trying to take what we are, build on it, try new stuff, take some risks here and there, but stay true to what we're about.
Yeah, I just want to keep being able to tour, being able to afford to tour, being able to meet and build relationships with awesome bands. I mean, we've never played with either of these bands on this package, so I'm really stoked to get to hang out with Savage Master and Traveler. And yeah, that's it. Just keep meeting good people, keep playing rock and roll, and keep writing cool music.
Thank you.
Thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.